Hi. So, good morning to all. Welcome back to political science class. And today, our seminar day. Okay, so this is the topic is assigned for Mr. Abhilash and that's wrong. Okay, this is not present. Anyway, to start with Mr. Abhilash. Okay, is it showing the PPT or something?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Control for you. Just share the screen now. Okay. Again, start on this.
Okay. So good morning to one and all. Today I'm going to take a seminar on the topic proportional representation in Rajya Sabha elections. So to start with, let's first understand what is proportional representation and get a basic idea on it. Okay. So how does proportional representation work? So proportional representation is a type of voting system, just like first past the post system. But in proportional representation, the party gets the number of seats in proportion to the number of votes they get. So the main idea of the proportional representation system is that the votes contributed play an important role in the number of seats you get, and not just the plurality or the majority is considered. So every party, and every party gets the same amount of seats in proportion to their votes. And now we come to how it works in the Rajya Sabha elections. So not only in the Rajya Sabha elections, a variant of the PR prescribed by a constitution called single transferable vote or STV is put into practice for the election of president, vice president, vice president, and for Vidhan Parishads along with Rajya Sabha. So our topic of concern over here is Rajya Sabha elections. So according to this, every state has a specific quota of seats, and the members are elected by the respective state legislative assemblies, and the voters in this case are not the people but the MLAs who are the representative of the people. And to declare the winner, the votes are considered in rank wise. So each MLA is required to vote the candidate based on preference and not just single vote. So obviously the one who gets the most number of first preference votes wins the secure seats, and the one who gets the second preference votes will get the remaining number of first preference vote. To put into like a bit more plainly, this formula is used for determining the one who wins. So a person who wants to win the Rajya Sabha elections should get the total votes polled by the total number of candidates elected plus one, to again plus one. When the votes are counted, it's so after counting all the first preference votes, the required number of candidates to fulfill the quota. So not only the number of votes are counted, but each state has a specific quota, as I mentioned earlier, and the quota should be fulfilled according to the population of that particular state. So if the population of a particular state is large in number, that much amount of seats are reserved for that particular state. And this process, they continue the process of re-administering the first preference votes to those who get the second preference votes and third preference votes till the required amount of candidates are selected. Okay, and this is a bit of an extra information about the Rajya Sabha. So how the composition of Rajya Sabha works. So as of now, the Rajya Sabha has 250 seats, and 12 of these members are nominated by the president, and they do not go through this STV process. That is a single transferable vote process. These are directly elected by the president based on their contribution to science, science, literature, art, and social services. And this is the power given to the president by the fourth schedule of the constitution. And the allocation of seats. So as I've previously mentioned the quota. the allocation of seats is based according to the fourth schedule of the constitution. The allocation of seats of union territories and states in the Rajya Sabha is based on the number of population of each state. So as I said, if a particular state has a high number of population or lower number of population, the number of seats they get is differing according to that. And an important point to note on this is that not the number of seats will not always be like the exact same, because from 1952, which was the first time the Rajya Sabha session was held, the states have been reconfigured, new states have been formed, or some other alterations have been made in the country. So according to that, the Rajya Sabha changes the composition of it over time, and that's it.
Okay, fantastic, Mr. Vilash. So come back. And it is Abhiram, you or Abraham? Sorry,
Sir, Abhijit, it is.
Abhijit, I think so, right? But Abhiram is not present. Okay, anyway, next topic for you, Abhiram only. Abhiram, hello, can you hear me?
Yes, sir.
Abhiram, okay. It is related with the first past the post system, right now. First,
Sorry, sir. Can you repeat? First,
first
first.
past the post system. First past the post system. FPTP, that's it. Okay. Election system, that's what we are following in India. Okay. So prepare a PPT presentation on that. Okay. And at the same time, discuss about that in the classroom and explain about the entire system. Okay, so Abhijitaram. Abhijitaram is present now. Wait, let me ask him. So Abhiram, is that clear?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay, 1 minute. So last two. Abhijitaram, can you hear me? Hello.
Yes, sir.
Ready for the seminar?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so over to Mr. Abhijit Aram. You can start now. Abhiram, it's clear, right? Okay, fine.
Yes, sir. It's clear.
Abhijit Aram, you can start now. Abhijit,
Sir.
start.
Sir, one minute, sir.
Okay. Okay, next Mr. Abhijit. Okay, Abhijit, this is the topic of how PR system works in the Rajya Sabha. Okay, Abhijit, you can start now.
A third variant of PR, the single transferable vote system, is followed for Rajya Sabha elections. Every state has a specific quota of seats in the Rajya Sabha. The members are elected by the representative state legislative assemblies. The voters are the MLAs in that state. Every voter is required to rank candidates according to her or his preference. To be declared the winner, a candidate must secure a minimum quota of votes, which is determined by a formula.
What is that for?
For example, if 4 Rajya Sabha members have to be elected by the 200 MLAs in Rajasthan, the winner would require 41 votes. When the votes are counted, it is done on the basis of first preference votes secured by each candidate, of which the candidate has secured the first preference votes. If after the counting of all first preference votes, required number of candidates fail to fulfill the quota, the candidate who secured the lowest votes of first preference is eliminated, and his or her votes are transferred to those who are mentioned as second preference on those ballot papers. This process continues till the required number of candidates are declared elected.
Abhijit.
Only this much, sir.
Okay. So want to remember one thing, just to read the textbook is not the seminar. Okay. Have
Okay,
to
sir.
prepare something, okay. And clear, solid things.
We need to prepare questions also.
Definitely, questions you want to ask to the students, and at the same time, you are to present a PPT, right? The
Okay, sir.
PowerPoint is important. Okay.
Sir, your
Okay.
voice is not clear.
What about this? Hello? Hello, can you hear me?
We can hear you, sir.
Is it clear now? Hello?
Yes, sir. Now clear.
Okay, fine. So that's important. Okay. What? It is important.
Okay, sir.
PowerPoint presentation and explanations. Okay, so it is not just for passing our time. Okay, so that's all the things we have to get from this seminars. Okay, so Kevin, you should prepare that one. Your topic is the functions of the Indian Constitution. So after Abhiram, it is your turn. Abhiram, is that clear for you? Not just reading the textbook. Okay, you have to prepare a PPT. Okay, I will add all these marks related with your internal marks. Okay, all these marks will be added there. For example, for these seminars, your presentation method, your language, okay, clear or not? And the message that you convey, clear? And the information that other students are able to get from your seminar. Such kind of things are important. Okay, at the same time, question also will be there. Questions you can ask to the students, and the students have the chance to criticize the viewpoints. Okay, clear or not? So this is a take it in this session as a pilot session. So next session onwards, you should prepare like that. Okay, so troubles will be there. I know that. That's what this session is considering as a pilot session. And Abhijit Aram will get a chance after all other students who completed the seminar. Abhijit will get one more chance, or else your mark is not that good. Okay, Abhilash Keliju, I'm
Sir,
satisfied with your
the same topic, right?
the same topic. Abhilash Keliju,
Okay,
I'm
sir.
satisfied with your program, but one question answer session will be there. We
You
will arrange
will
it later.
tell the date.
There is no date. Okay. There
Next
in the
class.
sense what we can say that next class also. Okay, here many students are there. Now they will complete these things. You can start. Okay, I will tell you. Okay, anyway, I will
Okay, sir.
inform you later. At the same time, I have to give you Abhiram next class. Kevin goes to also next class. That on Thursday, right? And the Friday there is no class for you. And Saturday it is Sandra and Amal Roshan. Saturday Sandra and Amal Roshan. Clear? Okay. Sandra's topic. Write down. Write down. Indian Constitution. Indian Constitution. Okay, that's your topic. You can use the entire chapter. Okay. Amal Roshan Saji. Amendments in the Indian Constitution. Amendments in the Indian Constitution. Amendments in the Indian Constitution. YouTube will do next Saturday. Now the list of Basuri is here. Basuri. Write down. Importance of rights. Importance of rights. Importance of rights. And in the same date, next Tuesday, Abhijit Aram can take the class. Okay. Abhijit Aram, next Tuesday.
Okay, sir.
Okay, yes, and come back to the chapter. Okay, so next question. Why did India adopt the first past the post system? Okay, that's a question for us. Okay, why did our country adopt the first past the post system? Page number 60. Okay, the answer is not very difficult to guess if you have carefully read the box explaining the Rajya Sabha election. You would have noticed that it's a complicated system which may work in a small country. So the PR system, you can see the PR system is always running with this particular equation there. Okay, clear or not? Some calculations are necessary. Okay, some calculations are necessary. It's a complicated calculations, but for illiterate people, it is very difficult to understand. Clear or not? Okay, clear. Only the data analysts or the educated people, they can understand this method. Okay, they are able to understand this method. It is very difficult for illiterates. Okay, it is not that simple, and the calculation also not simple. Okay, basically speaking, so the common people cannot digest it. Clear? Okay, it is non-digestive actually speaking. So, but would be difficult to work a subcontinent country like India. At the same time, this method we always read about, this will work with a small group of people. Clear or not? Okay, like in a direct democracy, these things will work. I mean, a PR system will work, proportional representation will work. But a country like India, with a vast geographical boundary, different regions and different groups of people, at the same time, a high population, right? Population. It is very difficult to manage this PR system. Okay. The reason for the popularity and success of FPTP system is its simplicity. So why it is the first part of the post system is accepted by number of countries because of its simplicity. Clear? What is that? Simplicity. The entire election system is extremely simple to understand even for common voters who may have no specialized knowledge about politics and elections. So a simple person also can easily understand this system. First past the post system, easily the people can understand. That's why India is following this system. There is also a clear choice presented to the voters at the time of election. Voters have to simply endorse a candidate or a party while voting, depending on the nature of actual politics. Voters may either give, sorry, here you can see, voters may either give greater importance to the party or to the candidate or balance the two there. Okay, so already we discussed that things there, right? Okay, so the candidates will be there. They are contesting in the election on the basis of their political party. Clear. So the voters can choose the candidate individually or the policies and programs of the political party, or they can balance both together. Okay, clear or not? So the party politics also functioning here, and the candidates and his personality also working. Okay, the FTP system offers voters a choice not simply between parties but specific candidates. In other electoral system, especially PR system, voters are often asked to choose a party, and the representatives are elected on the basis of the party list there. Okay, clear? In the PR system, the candidates basically we can say the representatives. Okay, they elected on the basis of their party allegiance. Clear or not? Basically, voters giving their consent to the party and not to the candidate. The party only deciding the representative there. Basically, clear or not? Okay. As a result, there is no representative who represents the and is responsible for one locality. So, as a result of this system, there is no person that representing a particular region, and at the same time, nobody is there to take care or responsible for the problem in one region, right? Because it's a nationwide election. Okay, there is no special region for any individuals there. Clear? Only the party is electing or party is choosing some people as representatives there. Okay, so they don't have any particular compassion or love towards an area. But in the first part, the post system is not like that. The MLAs are coming from different constituencies. So that particular MLA or that particular MP is responsible for the problems in that particular region. Clear or not? He's accountable to the people in that particular region or particular constituency. He's answerable. Clear? Okay, that's what the first passport system. In a constituency-based system like a FPTP, the voters know who their own representative is and can hold him or her accountable. Clear? And the people can make that particular individual as accountable. An MP or MLA, he or she is accountable to the people, answerable to the people there. Clear? That's what the basic difference between the PR system and first past the post system. Clear? Understand? In one system, there is no responsibility or what you can say, there no relation with the constituency. Okay, the candidates don't, those who don't have, basically speaking. So sorry, 1 minute. Okay, the representative They don't have any relation with that constituency because they choose by the party. Okay, but in the first past the post system, the representatives are clearly linked with that constituency, and he or she is answerable to the people or accountable. They're accountable. Okay, you can see a cartoon here. These members of the ruling party are trying to listen to the tiny opposition. Was this an effect of our electoral system? Clear. So in electoral system, first past the post system, we know that it will not give any importance for smaller parties. Clear. They cannot win a majority at the same time. They cannot or they are unable to win minimum seats also. Okay, that is required. Clear. Basically, they will totally wipe away with the flooding of the major parties. Flooding of major parties there. Okay, so opposition will be a tiny opposition. Smaller parties will not get any chance in first past the system, first past the post system. But in the PR system, almost all the parties will get a share, right, as per the vote they secured. Clear? That's the difference. More importantly, the makers of our constitution also felt that PR-based election may not be suitable for giving a stable government in a parliamentary system. Okay, the parliamentary system, PR system is not provide a stable government. Stability of the government will lack there. Okay, so sometime number of parties together will form the government in the PR system, right or not? The democracy also it will work there, but in the PR system, if one single party is withdraw the support, then definitely the government will fall. Clear or not? Okay, that's it. We shall study the nature of parliamentary system of executive in the next chapter. We'll learn that. This system requires that the executive has majority in the legislature. Okay, so as per the PR system, okay, number of executives will be more in the parliament. Okay, but in the first past the post system, number of legislative council members are more than the executive. Clear? Clear difference is there. Okay, you will notice that the PR system may not produce a clear majority because seats in the legislature would be divided on the basis of a share of votes. In the PR system, basically they are dividing the seats on the basis of a, what is that? The share in the vote, share in the vote. The FPTP system generally give the largest party or coalition some extra bonus seats more than their share of votes would allow. Okay, that's what the first past the post system. Okay, so in this system, the largest party will get some extra bonus more than their share of votes would allow. Okay, clear, because seats are countable here. Okay, thus this system makes it possible for parliamentary government in function smoothly and effectively by facilitating the formation of a stable government. So FPTP always helping to form a stable government. Stable government. Finally, the FPTP system encourages voters from different social groups to come together to win an election in a locality in a diverse country like India. Okay, so FPTP system giving chances for almost all the different communities and castes to organize, okay, and participate in election program, okay, and making their ideas clear or giving their ideas in the decision making. Okay, so it is helpful for a diverse country like in India. In the PR system, that would encourage each community to form its own nationwide party. This may also have been at the back of mind of our constitution makers. In the PR system also, that encouraging the community to form its own nationwide party, but not a region wise. Clear or not? The PR system, what is the problem here? If a party wanted to exist, it wanted to run or wanted to create its units in almost all the parts of the country, right? Okay, then only they can participate in the election. But in the PTP system, basically, what is that? Regional parties are there. Clear? Regional parties are there, right? Understand? So parties can form from the different regions on the basis of caste, okay, or on the basis of minorities, okay, like that. A number of political parties are there. They can show their strength in these regions. Then, okay, next one. The experience of working of the constitution has confirmed expectation of the constitution makers. The FPTP system has proved to be simple and familiar to ordinary voters. it has helped the largest parties to win clear majorities at the center of the state level. The system has also discouraged political parties that get all their votes only from one caste or a community. Okay, so this first past the post system help the people or different community to start different political parties in their region. And at the same time, it is making a problem or creating a trouble for the political parties to get vote from a particular caste. Okay, because different caste groups are there in different regions. No constituency is filled with or 100% filled with one particular caste group, right? So political parties want to get vote from different castes. That's another thing. Okay, now you can see here, there's a box for you. Here are the result of Tamil Nadu Assembly election held in 2016. What would be the composition of the assembly if it was a peer system like Israel? Which party would have a majority? Who would form the governments? And what would be the effect of the system on the relationship of political parties? You can see here. All right. So share is there, number of seats also is there. Okay. Then you have to find out as per Israel system, PR system, how many seats will be there for each different or different political parties there. Clear? Okay. So for your easy calculation, okay, total number of seats is not mentioned here. You can add all this together. Okay. So 135 plus 88 plus 8. What is the answer? 16, 21 to. Okay. 231. Okay. 231 is the total votes. Total seats. 231. Okay. Clear? Okay. 231 seats are there for imagination. Okay. Please calculate. You can see here. So one party got it is 40.77%. Okay. So 2 by 100. So 23%. Okay. 23% means how many seats will be there? How many seats will be there? Okay, you don't go for that kind of clumsy calculation. So for example, take it. 1%, 3%, 1 seat. 3%, 1 seat. Just calculate and tell me. Three percentage, one seat. Then who can make the government? So in FPTP system, you can see ADMK got 135 seats, DMK 88 seats, the National Congress 8 seats, other parties PMK 0, BJP 0, DMDK 0, CPI 0, IUML 1 seat. Okay, this is the way. And voting share also is there. I told you 3% of vote is equal to 1 seat. Okay, more or less 3% of vote is equal to 1 seat. Then tell me how many seats will be there for different political parties? Calculate and tell me fast. For simple understanding, you have to calculate a perfect order for the next class. So homework for you. For simple calculation, I'm asking this. So 3% is equal to 1 voter, sorry, 1 seat. So AIDMK got 40.77. So how many seats will be there for them?
13 seats.
Huh?
Sir, about 13 seats.
About 13 only, right? Okay, correct. About 30 seats will be there. What about the DMK?
About 10 seats.
Yeah, about 10 seats will be there, correct. Okay, so you know the calculation now, right? Right? Okay, now you use mathematical techniques to find out this answer. Okay, so total seats count all these numbers together, you'll get the total seats there. Okay. I think that 0.23 is equal to 1 seat, I think so. Okay. That much will come there. Okay, 0.23% is equal to 1 seat. So, and finally, you should calculate and get me the actual number of seats in the PR system. Okay, fine. Tell me. Okay. So next one. This is a homework for you people. Please mark it. Next one. Normally, the working of the FPTP system result in a two-party system. So basically, the FPTP system will function or work properly with a two-party system. Okay, bi-party system. This means that there are two major competitors for power, and power is often shared by these two parties alternatively. It is difficult for new parties or the third party to enter in the competition and share power. So PR system basically work with the bi-party system. If any two parties are there in the system, or major two parties are there in the country in a democratic system, okay, if where the PR system will work properly, if there's a third party, it is difficult for that party to come into power or share power there. In this respect, the experience of FPTP in India is slightly different. After independence, though we adopted the FPTP system, there emerged a one-party dominance, and along with it, there existed many smaller parties. So from 1947 onwards, the first election in 1951, we know that. Okay, for 47 onwards, we are able to find a dominance of a single party called Indian National Congress up to 1977. Nearly 30 years, a single party ruled the country. Okay, one single party, that's Indian National Congress, ruled the country. And at the same time, number of other political parties also emerged. After 1989, India is witnessed the functioning of the multi-party coalition. At the same time, gradually in many states, a two-party competition is emerging. Okay, so after 1989, what happened? Number of parties mixed together, they joined together and made coalition governments. Coalition governments, which means there is no clear majority for any single party. Okay, coalition governments they created. At the same time, bi-party competition emerged in different states in India. Okay, but the distinguishing feature of the India's party system is that the rise of coalition has made it possible for a new and smaller parties to enter into electoral competition in spite of FPTP system. So FPTP system helped the smaller parties to participate in the electoral process or the election. Clear or not? Because from their region, that party is powerful, so they will participate in it, the election and will mix with the major party. Okay, linked with the major party and share power. Okay, they're also able to enjoy power. That's what the importance of first part of the post system. Please read it within 2 minutes. Okay, any doubts you can ask me now first.